Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry. There was a little bit of difficulty. Like there was a thing where it just said, "Hey, we're gonna do what's it called? A stream delay. I'm watching at a doctor's appointment." Right? All right, can y'all see me and hear me just fine now? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me right now? Like real time? Can y'all like if I say like the word pancake, can y'all just say it right now in the chat, whoever hear it? Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty good. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay. All right, cool. Let me do an announcement on my Discord about the stream thingy because I'm gonna be streaming for like an hour, a little bit, but then I'll talk about a lot of things. I want people to actually get here and discuss about what's happening. Because I know what the title the way it is. I do want to clarify everything about it and see if people will understand. Also, I'm going to turn on my face cam first. I'm going to wait till people get here first because I do want this to be like a very personalized stream. I know every time I show my face cam, I lose subs, but at this point, I don't care. I really want to just talk about what's going on with what happens, like why I randomly disappeared, some personal stuff about what's going on, and also just Hi Angie, I don't know how you got here either, but you know, welcome. I make femboy guides, so you know. I'm gonna give it like a 30 seconds before I start talking about what's going on, and then I'll discuss what's happening. So I can play Mario Kart World. I've already been playing it. My girlfriend's been playing on my on the Switch 2 a lot, and she basically got almost everything, every character unlocked so far. Because I've been playing in Marvel Rival tournaments too, which so far right now we're like top 120, so we don't have to compete in the tournament this week. But next week we'll have to compete. To try to get at least top 256. All right, now we got some more people here. I want to turn on my face cam and then we'll talk about everything. I'm not going to talk about the chat. Also, I tried to do some makeup today. As you can see, I kind of butchered a little bit. Also, my hair is like done, you know. So I'm really taking this seriously. So I'm gonna like. So my thing about is the reason I'm doing this is because I want to talk about what I've been doing the past, what's it called, the past, when was the last time I uploaded? Like April or like February, I would say. That's like genuine upload besides the one I talked about. So first I want to talk about is like I am looking to transition, but I'm not taking like full on estrogen yet, or at least I'm not on hormones yet. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying not to laugh. That's cool. I know I fucked up my eyeliner a little bit, you know. It's kind of funny. Like I messed up a little bit, but anyways, I like to hear it. Thanks. All right, so I'm talking about the transitioning stuff because there's some things I need to talk about for that. Because one thing, so let me just lay out the groundwork to the stream. Sorry, I just kind of impulsively decided, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stream one day, you know. So what's happening is for the stream I want to talk about like my plans with transitioning. I'm not gonna take full on estrogen. I'm gonna take something called relaxifying, which, as I pronounce it, I'm gonna talk about that. About what that does to the body, and then I want to talk about the content plans for the future because, you know, that's a very big thing. I love the channel. I love talking about stuff I do on the channel, but I feel like I'm running out of content ideas for what to do as like femboy guides or whatever. And then I want to talk about my story with the transitioning stuff because in terms of what I am, because I've been, during my college, I've been trying to get like a queer degree. Like, yes, there's a thing called a gay degree. That's a real thing. You can look it up. So one of the things I read, which I had to take a class for, was queer literature. Jesus, I can't talk. Which they talk about a lot of like big literature books that impacted the LGBT community. And one of them is about like a trans femme experience, and they said how important it is to talk about like your own personal story and even other people's stories that they don't have a platform to use their voice. And I thought, I have, you know, a social media following. I'm also talk about what I've been going through, and maybe it'll have other people feel the same way. Maybe they have some self-discovery, maybe nothing changes at all. Whatever it is, I think it'll be helpful to do something about it, you know. So first I want to talk about is in terms of what I am. So I wouldn't say I am like a girl nor a guy. I don't like being labeled with anything, I'd say I'm more non-binary than anything, even though just labeling myself as non-binary, I just don't like labels. That's just what I am. I don't like labeling myself. So I would say like the best term for myself would be non-binary. Because while growing up, I've always felt this sense towards like feminine stuff. I don't know why. It just kind of like, it felt like a natural like thing towards it. I know people could be like, well, isn't that just like trans femme or whatever? I'm just like uh sure, I don't care, like, you know. So because while growing up, I've always had this like really big like personal connection towards feminine stuff. I've always like, I never like really experienced it because I've grown up in a household that was really pro toxic masculinity. So that was really, really hard for me to experiment with what I am or who I want to be. Because the biggest part for me was around like when I was like 16 years old, when I was thinking really hard about this. I was thinking like, man, I don't like, no matter what I wear as a guy, nothing feels good. I hate cutting my hair short to the point where it's like really short with like the fade, the low taper fade, you know, the spiky hair. The only time I felt cool as a guy when I had a mohawk, but that was it, you know. But like I can see girls rock that shit all the time, so you know it's not that different. Another thing is like nothing felt right to me. I could wear like the most craziest fit as a guy, and I'm like, this is not me. I don't feel like I fit in. I've seen other people like talk about how they feel confident as a guy. That's not me. People talk about the shit guys talk about all the time. That's never me. I feel like that was never me. And then I've always felt a connection towards like feminine stuff or like females. So when I was like, I always talked to like females all the time. I remember like elementary school, I only hung out with like girl group for like 5th grade, the entire 5th grade. And then after that, I just kind of hang with some guys. But I've always felt like there was this sense of like, I don't fit in, like no matter where I go. So I remember at this point where my mind, I was thinking like, oh, I don't fit in. Like I was thinking like, oh, I'm nothing. Like I thought it was like a big, you know that meme where it's like, you see the one guy on the bus looking at the wall, saying like there's that thing, and then on the other side you see the bright like sunshine thing. That's how I felt when I was younger. I was like, oh, I'm nothing, I don't belong here. Now I'm like, I'm nothing, I don't belong here. I kind of feel like a cool thing, you know. Oh shit, my fucking throat. Anyways, so that was like a really big thing for me to realize. Like now it's like it doesn't matter if I don't fit in. It's whatever. It just makes you look cooler, I guess. You know. Anyways, so while like I was 16 was like the biggest point for me, because that was when I was really experimenting a lot with myself. Because that was when like COVID hit and like the whole lockdown thing began. I was like, ah, shit, here we go again. We're all going to stay home, play video games all day, and play Animal Crossing. So that was the big thing. Animal Crossing. That's a very, very big key point in my life. I gotta say, my hair's in my face. Oh my god. Hold on, I look ugly if I do put it more in my face. I look more cooler that way. Anyway, so for Animal Crossing, if you don't know, you could cross dress something. You could wear, doesn't matter what you are, you can just wear any clothes you want, right? So the moment I put on the grass, I remember the day I put on the grass skirt in Animal Crossing, my mind just like snapped. It suddenly clicked. I was like, ooh, this is what I'm supposed to wear. Ooh, this is what I'm supposed to do. Ooh, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is definitely right. So like, it suddenly just clicked in me. I was like, all right, I like this stuff. Whatever this is, I like it. So I was trying to continue more about what's going on. And I know on TikTok during the time, there was a whole big trend of femboy hooters. And I was like, oh, that's definitely me, because I'm definitely a guy, right? And I was like, you know? But there's always something deep down where I don't wish I was ever seen as a guy, like at all. Like I've seen like a lot of like, okay, so like some weird thing is like every time I see like an attractive woman, I've always want to look like them. I think like, wow, I wish I could dress like that and look exactly like how they do. But then at the same time, I'm like romantically attracted to them at the same time. I know that was a very big weird mix, like when I was a teenager. I said I was a teenager when I was like 19 2 years ago. But because I was thinking like, oh, I want to look exactly like them, but I don't have like boobs and stuff, and like, but I don't mind being a guy. And then each year goes by, the more I'm like, man, I really don't like being a guy. I hate being seen as a guy. I hate everything being seen as a guy or like a boy, whatever, man, whatever it is. I hate those masculine terms. That's just never me. But anyway, so like after the whole Animal Crossing arc, that's when I learned about the whole femboy thing from TikTok, and I started experimenting more with that. And then I started making guides, which, to be honest, every single guide I've made, I probably made up half the information I made up, and people took it and were like, oh, this works for me. And I was like, great, that fucking works, I guess. But I actually put in some research. I wouldn't say like all the information was made up, but I do put in some research. But I like look at one thing, I'm like, all right, this is good enough for what I want to know for myself. This could help others, because I want to make a guide that other people would watch, that I want to watch too, and it works. So I'm not like I don't want to like say like I'm just lying about all that, but you know. So I know like the whole femboy thing. I thought, oh, that's me. I don't mind being seen as a boy that's feminine. But over time, I remember like 2022, I was thinking, okay, I don't like being seen as a boy. I like being seen as feminine though. That's always been a thing. I always like being seen as a feminine. The whole like, I think the whole character that I think is like really, like I think was a big part of my life is Astolfo, which sounds really fucking stupid and really really dumb, but you gotta like listen to, because this character I think was the best like way I've ever felt as a character. Because for Astolfo, they're like, oh hey, like I'm a guy, but like I don't want people to know I'm a guy, but it's really fun people think I'm a girl. I have that exact same mentality, like literally the exact same. Oh, thank you, Hotwig, for $2.59. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was not expecting donations from this. Thank you so much, Hotwig. Ever say thank you, Hotwig, right now. I want people to say, I want to see thanks, Hotwing, in the chat. If I don't see 3 thank you, Hotwing, I'm going to lose it. Anyways, so what was I? I lost my train of thought. I was talking about, chat, where was I at? The donation threw me off guard. Shit, where was I at? I actually don't know where I was at. Where was I? I was talking about something. I remember talking about fuck, what was I talking about? Somebody had to remember, please. Someone please remember. Someone please remember, please. I don't want to go on a tangent like right what I'm doing right now. Astolfo. Okay, Astolfo, thank you. Okay, so Astolfo, the way their character is, it's like they know they're a guy. They don't want people to know that they're a guy. So they just kind of like troll and say they're feminine, or like they do feminine stuff, and that's how they feel. Which I feel like almost the exact same way, right? By the way, I mean almost, is because I think the idea of me being like assigned male at birth, but then having only feminine attributes and then not telling people what I am, that's like the biggest thing for me. But I feel like me not telling someone who I am, like in terms of like what my genital parts are or like my gender identity is, I feel like it's a core part of me. I feel like that's who I am as a person. While Astolfo is like, they know they're a guy, but they don't care if, like they don't want people to know what it is, what he is, because he finds it funny. That's it. Which I find it funny too, but I feel like that's the whole two difference between us, is that like they're like, they know they're a guy for me. I'm like, I don't feel like I fit in anywhere. If that makes sense. It might not make sense to people, but like I could clarify later. So that's how I felt on like 2022, 2023. I was like, man, I don't really fit in. Like I don't want to, like that was a pull though. I think that's when I started like not uploading as much femboy content. Because I feel like if people start seeing me as the face of femboys, I feel like people are always going to associate me as a femboy than of who I am. You know, if that makes sense? Because I don't want people to look at me and go, oh, that's the femboy content creator, or like that's the femboy guy, and I'm like, oh, like whatever, that sucks. People know I'm a boy. That's horrible. I don't want people to see me as that. But people see me as like, oh, that's Zen or Zen Buddha, or that's that one that's that one person. Nah, that's chill. I know it's very unlikely because I do make a lot of femboy content, and that's with my whole like look, you know, and the way I sound, it's I sound boyish. I look like a boy. Like I understand that. So that's why I'm looking to hormone replacement in the future. So in terms of that, I like recently I was thinking more about this, taking more like therapy and counseling stuff about what I am. I was talking about like how I've always had this attachment to like femininity. And I've also talked to my friends that are like trans, talk about this stuff, because like this has been like a hot minute, like a really hot minute, and they were like, do you ever thought about like you could be like trans? And I was like, sometimes. Like I know photos that have been on my channel for a while, y'all have seen the large amount of videos, or large amount, I mean like 3 or 4 times, where I upload saying I might be trans, or non-binary, I could be this, I could be that, you know. It's I've always been like back and forth, but like, oh, I'm actually this, I'm not actually this, I'm actually this. So like it's really back and forth with all this stuff. But in terms of like what I am like right now, I feel like I've been more inclined to think like I'm more like non-binary than like trans femme. But I could definitely see myself in the future eventually like see myself more as trans femme than like non-binary or agender, whatever it is. But yeah. But yeah, in terms of like 2023, that's when I started like really clicking about what's happening in like 2024. Where I'm like, oh, I don't feel like I fit in. I don't feel like I fit in. I don't feel like I fit in. Like, I don't feel like I fit in anywhere, which is fine. But at the same time, I couldn't find a label for myself until recently, when I was like, oh, that's definitely what it is. It's the whole non-binary, agender, whatever the thing is. It's like, it's whatever. But I do always like, I always like attached to feminine stuff. Like, I've always wanted to appear as a girl as much as possible, or try to pass as a woman. So, you know, simp. So calling someone beautiful isn't simping. Anyways, but thank you for the comment, Al. So yeah, that's in terms of what's happening for that. And in the terms of why I like disappeared for like a while, it's because, oh my god, like there's a lot of things that happened. So like I had a really, like, I think I've been like, I think in terms of like February, I was at the worst ever for my mental state. Like I'll be completely honest. Like I think that was like the worst, one of the worst times I've been at the mentality. And in terms of that, I feel like I had to step away from the internet. Like I had to step away from the internet. I feel like that's the best way to go from there. Especially with the April upload. I'm not gonna talk about much about it because it's got age restricted. But I feel like I could have done that April upload a lot more better. I might take it down and then re-upload it in a different format because I think there's a lot more information I learned now than just what I did. So I need to like, so I definitely did take a break from the internet and then focus on myself and focus on college. I was really behind in college in February. I was taking, how many classes? I was taking like 6 classes. 4 of them was like primary, and then 2 of them were support classes. So I couldn't really, thank you Hotwing again for the donation. Up chat got work, having a stream. I thank you. Thank you Hotwing. Everybody say thank you Hotwing again. Everybody say thank you Hotwing again. I better see that thank you Hotwings. Hotwings have been carrying the donations, which I did not expect any donations from this. Oh shit. But yeah, I definitely had to take a break from the internet at February because like I was not a good mental state. I was not a good mental state, and I had to focus on college too. And doing like internet uploads, focusing mental health stuff and college with that many classes is not likely for me. That was like overtime college classes, so I had to like step back and focus on 2 things, which for me clearly was focusing on like personal mental health stuff and like personal a journey with my gender identity stuff in terms of what I want for hormones, and also college. And for the hormone stuff, I want to talk about that more because clearly I'm going to talk about transitioning, but I haven't like talked about what I want to do with it, you know? So I've always liked the idea of taking hormones because it does a lot of things that I really don't like with my body. It takes away my facial hair. It makes I have more fat on my legs. I have more fat on my butt. I have a more puffier face. Like, you know, there's a lot of things hormones do that just kind of like works like magic in a way. But there's 2 major things that I don't like from it. And they both affect the genitals, which is a very big thing I need to talk about. One of the biggest thing I need to talk about for this that people need to be aware of hormones is that it really affects your ability to reproduce in the future. Which I gotta say, it's because what it does is that it lowers your like, I think it like reduces your sperm quality, so you can't have like children. Which doesn't matter what you feel like freeze it after hormones, if you like, you know, like do other stuff with it, you just cannot have like babies in the future, which sucks if you want to have a family. For me, it's like in terms of like the future of like wanting like children or not, it's very like, at first I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind having children. I'm like, all I want is a computer in a studio apartment, like a room like this. If I can have a bathroom and a kitchen, I'm literally, that's all I need. I don't think of anything else. So that was a big part of me, was like, do I even want to take hormones that could like affect my ability to like make babies in the future? Like, I don't know, you know. I know that's why I know people were like really hesitant with like people that are under the age of 18 to take hormones, because they say like, oh, like what if that affects their ability to do, what if they change their mind and they can't, you know, do that thing, you know, they can't have children in the future, which is a genuine concern, you know. You gotta really think about that. But for me, it's just, so I had an idea of freezing, you could freeze your sperm at like a sperm bank, which costs a shit ton of money. It costs like a shit ton of money. And it lasts a while depending on how much you pay, but it's a lot of money. It's really bad. So that was another thing too. I was like, do I want to transition and like take a huge chunk out of my wallet, or just like do nothing? And I'm like, well, I want to like transition, but I don't want to like look at 10 years in the future and think, oh no, I want kids, and then next thing you know, oh, I can't do it anymore. That sucks, right? Like, that sucks. I want to try to future-proof myself, but it costs a lot of money. And also for hormones, I don't like the idea of developing boobs. That was the second big thing. I don't like, I don't want to develop breasts because I think I don't feel comfortable with it yet. What? I know people say, what? Wow. Because for me, it's like, that's another part of hormones, is developing like breast or boobs, which that was like a big drawback for me, because I always had this back and forth. I was like, oh, I would love boobs to have this to wear an outfit. Now I'm like, oh, why would I want that? You're freaking insane. It's always back and forth. So I was like, I don't know what I want from this. And then here comes a big cool thing called Relaxify. Basically, how it works is it's a SCRM. I think it's like selective estrogen receptor modulator, something like that. I don't know how it's gonna. I don't know what it actually means. So I assume it's something with the estrogen stuff. But that was used for like what's it called? Like breast cancer, I believe, to like do something for like the breast for like the breast cancer. But what that also could do is prevent breast growth with hormone replacement. So I thought that's perfect for me. The only concern I have was the like genital stuff, which I could just sperm bank and that'll be all fine. Like that's just perfect for me. The problem is I'm in the United States of America. You know how our healthcare system is. So for me to be on hormones, it's gonna cost a lot of money. So what I want to do is I'm trying to like find a medical service or like a medical insurance provider that could cover the hormone replacement and also maybe cover the what's it called? The sperm baking. Because those are like two big things I need to worry about. That's not a financial burden to me. Because I do have like a bit of money saved up just in case for like how expensive everything is. That's why I was also gone, just trying to get money for that. Which honestly, chat, if you're broke and you're 18 years old, I highly recommend just donate plasma. That is like the easiest money you could ever do. You just sit in a room doing nothing, you just donate plasma and you get like paid like $100, $50 each time. I'm not even kidding. You should literally look into it. It's free money for them making it sound like you're a good person. You just literally sit there. They put like they put like a needle in you. They draw out plasma. They put blood back in you, and you just get free money. They're like, oh, you're saving lives. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing this to save lives. It's not like I want to get money from this. But anyways, it's not that bad. But I highly recommend people to look into it if they want money for anything. But yeah, in terms of that, I'm trying to find a medical insurance that allow me to do the hormone replacement as long as with Relaxify. I know there's a thing in America called Planned Parenthood, which is mainly for like pregnancy stuff, but they also do like hormone replacement stuff. So which they have an option for me, which is the non-binary care, which is the Relaxify stuff. So I'm really wanting to try to get that. And the problem I have is that I need to find a medical insurance for that. I don't go into circles, but that's basically the big thing. That's why I haven't transitioned yet. But it's an inevitable thing over time. So yeah. And anyways, in terms of content, there's one thing I want to point out for sure for this month of June is that I want to do a fundraising thing, which I don't know how to do it in terms of. I know I could donate, but in terms of like how to have a fundraiser event, that's the thing you need to look into. So what I want to do is I've been invited to like an S&P thing. I need to do some more research about the S&P. What I want to do is throughout the entire month of June, I want to do this. I want to have. So here's what I want to do this. So I want y'all to hear me out first for this before you guys get mad at me, because what I'm going to say sounds insane for some things and people get really mad. Before y'all get mad, everything will make sense. Okay, so what I want to do is people that donate through like the donation link in description, 100% of that money will go to charity. Will go to, I believe, what I'm going to look into is the Travis Project. I believe they do like a charity. They have a charity thing. They're a really good LGBT resource. They do a lot of like census guides. They do a lot of research. I love them. I use the website all the time. So I want to do something for the Travis Project and do a donation for them. So what I want to do is the donation link in the description. There's like a stream element link. You could go on there, you could tip, and 100% of that money will go to donation. And then for YouTube, I want to do I take 50% and the 50% goes to charity. You have to think that, well, why not do fucking 100%? The problem I have with the YouTube donation, it's nothing like shady against YouTube. It's like YouTube donation does a 70-30 split where I get 70% and YouTube takes 30%. But people aren't aware that YouTube takes 30% of the revenue, and they think if they donate through Super Chat, they'll just don't, all the money will still go to me, which is not happening. So I think if I do something, I look like a scumbag getting charity money, being like, oh, I'm getting 50% of this. People go, oh, fuck that. I want 100% go to charity. Oh my God, I fucking stuttered. Charity. So I'm going to donate it through the description, if that makes sense. And also, yes, charity money is funny to get. But no, that's a big main thing. Sure, I don't know how, if I could probably just disable the super chat option. I think so. I think I could do that. I really thought about that. I should have probably disabled super chat if I could, and then just like have only people donate through the description. I didn't even think about that. I just think of that now. Well, anyways, if I could do that, I could. If I could figure that out, I could disable super chat, and that 50% is no big concern. But if I can't figure that out, if that's not an option I could do, I'll just keep them reminding that in the like the super chat, not super chat, in the description for the chat rules that I'm gonna add, and also just have the stream elements come up every 5 minutes. Like, hey, you want to donate to charity? Make sure you donate through description for 100% to go to it, or I have something on the title screen say read description, make it pin message. Yeah, okay, that's a good idea. Yeah, pin message. I'll put that on my, actually I'm gonna keep note of that. La 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 la. All right, cool. I kept note of that. Good idea. Yeah, we're gonna do general family content now. Okay, so in terms of content, what I want to do is I want to start streaming more. I feel like I could be a really good streamer, content creator. I just never I never take the time to stream. That's the big thing. I never have a schedule. I never do anything. Every time I start seeing growth, I stop and then it flatlines again, and it just keeps on like going up and down, up down, up down, up down, up down, up down, up down. So you know that's kind of been what's happening. But so what I was thinking was, in terms of like femboy content, I've been like a little bit 50-50 with. Like, it's weird. It's like because I don't like being seen as a femboy. I don't like being as a femboy anymore, but at the same time I really like making femboy content. I like making guides for just fem stuff. But then I know people can be like, oh, if you don't like being seen as a femboy, just make trans fem content. Well, like, there's a lot of great trans fem content creators that already been saying information similar to mine for years, and they're perfect. They're like fine, you know. I don't want to go into like an audience that, you know, is already saturated with really great stuff with what I'm doing. Like, hey guys, look, trans fem content. Like, oh, okay, like this person already did it. Why would you want to do it, you know? But for femboy content, I feel like that's been like a really big niche that's nobody really makes content for, at least the way I do it. I've seen a lot of, like, I don't want to throw shade to content creators, I just don't like the femboy content that's on this space. And I know there's like this moral dilemma I had where, like, I've seen a lot of like sexualized stuff. I've seen a lot of like over sexualized stuff that's just doesn't sit right with me, because I know a lot of like audience is like has, you know, people that are not 18 years old, and they're exposed to this over sexualized content, and they feel confident that they're doing like a femboy thing. But if all I see is like sexualized sexual content, and then I'm making guys like, hey, how to be a femboy, and there's this oversaturated of sexual content on how to be a femboy, I don't like that. It doesn't sit right with me, because like I feel like I'm promoting like how to be a femboy, and then they like sexualize themselves from other stuff. It's like, ugh, it doesn't sit right with me. I have like this really bad moral dilemma with it. I feel like I've also affects my Discord too. I feel like by me having a Discord for only safe for work, but there's a whole space for like NSW, and also with like how young most of these members are, I have this sense of like either I should delete it, but then they go to other servers and just hope nothing bad happens. It's not my responsibility, or just keep it up just in case, you know, like so that there is a space for something. That's like a really big dilemma I have, is in terms of content. Like, do I can make femboy content and see what happens? It's kind of like there's like always a drawback to each of it. It's like one thing I could switch up content and just do whatever I want to do, but then people are not going to watch them as much. Or I can do femboy content with the way I'm doing, but people see me as a femboy content creator, or like as a femboy guy. Or, but at least there'll be an audience that I actually have a femboy content that isn't just slop. I don't want to call other people content slop. I know that's disrespectful as shit, but a lot of it is just like, God, like it's just like either like really shitty femboy memes or just like sex stuff, which is just like, ugh. I could be next JACXB, man. Like JACXB on a different level. I can't do what he does. I respect him a lot. Like I watched him when he had like 50 viewers when he like first started out streaming, and like I gotta say he's been on a really good, like he's always been a really good content creator. Like I would always try to learn from him. Femboy community always let me down that way. Yeah, you could make femboy content, but you still have your own gender identity. It was femboy. Yeah, that's true. I feel like that's why I'm making this stream, so that I could tell people like, hey, I'm this. I'm like non-binary. They, them. Don't call me a guy. You know, that's what I am, or who I am. Femboy fashion really. So yeah, that's one thing I want to do too, is have more femboy fashion content or talk about femboy fashion. But yeah. Also another thing too. What was I gonna say? I forgot. I forgot I was gonna say, chat. No, it was something for oh yeah, for hormone stuff. I don't know if y'all will like this, but would y'all like to see content? My hair looks weird. When I am on hormones, if I could do like a daily diary upload. Like, I look emo now. Shit. Okay, hold up. So like, because I know like, because I know like having. I'm gonna put the chat on the screen so I can actually read y'all. So I know like being on hormones, it affects you the wrong way. Like not the wrong way, but like it affects you in a different way. So I think like if I could do like an update every like every day, even if it's on a separate channel, if I could do like, hey, this is what's happening with hormones. I feel like shit today. I feel like this today. I feel like that'll be cool, I guess. Like the raw authenticity, because I've always been like a vulnerable person. If people tell me like my social security, I'd probably say like I wouldn't care. I know without the if there was a concern of like identity theft, or if people say how much money I made, I would say it. But the first three people don't say it, so I don't say it. So you know, it's I don't know. I've always been like a vulnerable person, which is not a good thing. Probably adds to more the parasocial relationship people feel online, which is not a good thing at all. But yeah, I used to see like puberty too. Yeah. But if you do HTC rates, please do not big thing, because there's people in the middle like us that aren't really women, you know. Yeah, I could definitely look into that. So like that's a hard thing, is that like I feel like in terms of like non-binary content, or like just content in general, it feels so niche. And the one thing I don't want to do is, in terms of content, is have what's it called? Is have my entire personality be this one thing. If that makes sense. Because I've seen like content online on TikTok, it doesn't matter if it's like just LGBT or anything, is that they have like they have their entire personality be one thing. So like for me, it's like I don't want to have my entire person like, oh, I'm non-binary, or I'm a femboy, I'm doing femboy content, la la la, femboy this, femboy that. I'm like, no, I want to be seen more as, I want to be seen as I have this content, but I'm also this, which is cool, you know. That's what I want to do. If I'm ever seen as like, oh, my whole big thing is this, but there's this content thing I'm doing every so often, then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna quit the internet. Bye all. Like, I'm gone. That's something I don't want to do. Like, that's a big thing I don't want to do. Hey, Rebecca, very cool. But yeah, that's basically what's been going on for me. If there's any the reason I do this as a stream like video is because I want to know if people have questions and they can ask me right now, so that they could if there's anything to clarify with, because that's the big thing I definitely need to look at, because I want to clarify any questions I didn't cover or anything like that, because I feel like, I don't know, like it's a big thing. There's gonna be questions asked, you know. So you will stream games so I can spam W's and L's? Yeah, I think I'll stream games, but I don't want to just stream games. I want to have like actual content that I want to watch. Is it just going to get destroyed and have OG? That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. But anyways, but if y'all do want to join my Discord, there's a link in the description. You can join it and boost the server. It'd be really nice if you could do that. You feel agender sometimes. Is agender non-binary like the same thing? I have no idea. I feel like us enemies exist outside on the binary, so we just pick out what we like for two binaries, mix and match them both. So I kind of get why NB content is niche. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Like, I'm literally wearing a sweater, and also like I have like booty shorts on. Like, yeah, I have underwear underneath YouTube. This is not my underwear. This is booty shorts. You know, I kind of like doing like both things. What is agender, no gender? Is that like non-binary? Because I feel like that's kind of what I am, or just that is just what I am, if that makes sense. Is birth agency while being in puberty, or just wait until they're 18? Okay, so in terms of that, thankfully I know some good stuff with that. So HRT is, how do I say this? Let me think before. Let me think about that. Let me think. Because you should do research on your own, then listen to some content creator online. That is definitely my thing. I'll say that, and then say my opinion. Don't take my opinion as like an official thing. Do look up your own research yourself. But if you've been, for my opinion, I'll say this: if you've been struggling with gender just for like your entire life, like 4 years old, you're like, I'm a girl, I'm assigned male at birth. This is not who I am as a guy. I am a girl. The entire time, even until you're 13, and your parents know about it, I feel like it's definitely a good idea to look into hormone replacement, because it's better for you to start. The earlier you start, the better. It's never too late, but the earlier you start, I definitely think it's better. Again, this is my own opinion. Y'all can do your own research on this stuff. This is just what I think from what I've heard from people in my own community, what I've heard from like other queer folks. This is just what I'm doing. This is just what I've known. So I definitely think it's better if you start puberty versus wait till 18. But that's again if someone has the dilemma or the moral, like the gender dysphoria since they were like 3 or 4. Like, if that makes sense. I don't want people to look at it as like a cosmetic thing, because there's a big drawback. Let's say you do like, oh, I think I'm a girl, and they're like, oh, I'm a guy. Then you can't have children in the future because you took hormones early on, you know? So that's what I'll say. People say 18 because you could be an adult and actually figure that stuff out, which is never too late. That's fine too. It's never too late. But I do think like if a child is experiencing a big gender dysphoria, I remember there's one case I saw online where like this child was experiencing really big dysphoria, and they were like experiencing really bad thoughts about themselves, which that's clearly bad. They should definitely do what they do to make stuff happen, you know. Yeah, that's a really good way to put it. Yeah, it starts with dress what you want, see if you like, and decide if you want to go further. Yeah. Literally, you can transition when you're 100. Yeah, but I'm saying like if you are like really bad dysphoria when you're young, it definitely makes sense to just take it early. Like there's like, you know, that's just who you are. Buy your boat, vlog yourself fishing and diving with manta rays. I should do that. I should do IRL stuff. I usually go camping with my family. Maybe I should do like camping content with y'all. I could be the new outdoors boys guy with my mom. Because he kind of just retired. No more YouTube eating with that guy. That was like the meta and my bedtime guy. Okay, sorry. Excuse me. I just ate some food. It's really gross. Just plan on doing gaming and daily diary outside of guides, or are there other types of content you're considering? Really like fucking with people. I really love rage baiting. So my friend had taught me the art of rage baiting, and I've been doing it on Twitter without even realizing it, and it's really fucking funny. I need to find what tweet I well, I gotta find it. There was one I found really funny. It's like okay. I'm gonna show y'all. This made me laugh so fucking hard. And it's not, I didn't even try that hard. That was the funny part. Okay, let me show y'all. So I go to F11. No, that's the wrong full screen. Oh my god. Okay, so what happened was, let me turn this off. Let me turn on display. Boom. Okay, so what happened was, this is my Twitter account, the one. So this guy, Kendrick Lamar Funny, said Lolicon is for Diddy Ab Bloods. And I was like, at Grok, is this true? This person said, there's something called the internet, holy fuck. And I was like, why is this guy so mad for no reason? I said, at Grok, what's the internet? And they fucking blocked me because of that. I'm like, what did I do? I didn't do shit. And that was really funny. They were so pissed at me for no reason. Like, I did nothing. I just said at Grok it's the internet, and they got so mad. Like that was the funniest thing ever. I was like laughing so hard. I was like, I did nothing, and they get mad. And you can do anything. I could literally say I just farted, and people go, that's fucking offensive. Where's the trigger warning, dude? I need to go get a job. And they're like, oh, trigger warning. No, you said the J word. No. Yeah, like that's funny. You don't know rage bait if you don't know how to troll real. I could join streaming university to expand. I would like to, but I don't think I would fit in. I don't think I would. I will love. Okay, so here's the thing. Streaming university has really good knowledge about how to do streaming stuff. They actually like. I know Agent. I think that's his name. I think Agent has really good information on how to be a good streamer, or like how to do streaming stuff. Like if y'all wanted to learn how to do it, Agent. Look at the VODs that Agent has done on Streaming University. He has really good fucking information about what to do. Is Streaming University end by now? Yeah, they did. They already did. But I feel like they're gonna do it again like next year or something. I hate my chair creaks, but yeah. But there's a content. Oh shit, sorry. I do want to make more like gaming videos. I've always liked making gaming content, like the Roblox one I did, or how to find a femboy in Roblox, or how to date a femboy. That video. That's one of my favorite videos I've ever made because it was just stupid. I feel like I could go on Roblox and talk to someone I like neighbors, like the 17+ edition, and just get like content so fast with what I'd be saying. And even on like Fortnite, where like I could go on like a random like game thingy and just like just like prank whoever's on there. And the kids in the game are so funny. I come to talk about mayonnaise on pizza, and then they're like, these kids or whatever, to talk about how their dad got mad at them for like throwing pizza out in the background. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, like what? Like, it's really funny. It's really funny. Roblox is a content slot machine, dude. Like, I would like, if I could make like Roblox content or like Fortnite content or like Minecraft stuff, I could do that like all day. I genuinely would not mind. Like, it's actually so funny. There's the Femblade content. I do have some guides I think would do well. Obviously makeup guide, which I need to learn how to do makeup first before I make that guide. And then I want to talk about body hair. I need to talk about how to shave your arms, how to shave your face, how to shave. I already did my legs. I never talked about the face, the body, the back. The back is the big one. I'm so glad I don't have back hair. Your arms, the armpits, the everything, your underleg, your foot, everything. That's what I need to talk about as a shaving guide, because I know how to shave every part of my body except for my back, which I need to learn how to do, but it shouldn't be too hard. And yeah, that's basically what I can think of for guides. From epilator again. Ooh, epilator. Ooh, I hate my epilator. Dude, the epilators are the worst, man. My skin was so smooth with the epilator, but they hurt like a bitch. They hurt so bad. I remember doing it. I was like, "Youch!" But my skin is so smooth for a month, and youch. What happened? Also, chat. Another reason I haven't been uploading that much. I gotta say this right now. Night Rain's peak. Night Rain, oh my god, I've been playing so much more Elden Ring. I didn't play, I got it when it first came out, never touched the game, played Night Rain, just beat the game within like 5 days, and then I just started playing Elden Ring. That game is so addicting. Oh my god, I feel so angry when I can't beat a boss, but when I beat it, I still feel angry, but nothing feels better than beating a boss on Elden Ring. Like, there's nothing better than that. Oh my god, it's like actually so like peak. It's, if you guys haven't played it, you gotta play it. It's Elden Ring, probably the best game to start on ever. It's actually so good. Got a Wolverine here, dude. I can't do Wolverine here. Have you guys seen? I gotta show you. I gotta show y'all something. Like for Wolverine, hold on. God. Chat. If y'all want to see Wolverine hair, hold up. Oh my god, this is so fucking good. Oh my god. Hold on. If y'all want to see Wolverine hair, look at this. Aiden Ross? That's Aiden Ross's fucking back hair. Like, holy shit. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. It's so gross. Oh my god. Oh my god. He probably smells like... He probably smells... Oh my... Dude. Oh my god. That's so gross. Like... Can you... Like, oh... Like, can you imagine how bad that smells? Can you imagine how bad that smells? Imagine, like, he doesn't shop for, like, 2 days. And next thing you know, like, his back smells like freaking onion rings. You're like, what's that smell? Oh, that's your back? Ugh. Ugh. But yeah, and also I've been playing another thing too, chat. I've been playing Marvel Rivals, and can we watch YouTube live stream on TV? That's messed up. Why can't they do YouTube live streams on TVs? Anyways, so I've been playing a lot more Marvel Rivals too, and I'm actually pretty. I'm not saying this as like an ego thing. I'm saying this as a statistic thing, because like I'm like me and my team, we've been competing in like tournament stuff, and we've been doing pretty good. And what happens is we've been competing tournaments, and the recent tournament we were doing, we went 9-1, in which we qualified instantly to the double eliminations. So we are guaranteed top 256 no matter what. And the last tournament we did, we were top 128. Now, this time, let's see what happens next time. And who do I main? Oh, I gotta see. That's a big. Okay, let's think about this. I won't say who I main, but I'll say who I play. I play Luna, I play Mag, I play Strange, I play Emma, I play Psylocke, I play Punisher, I play Rocket, I play Ultron 2, I play... What else is a character that's on the support roster? Let me think. I can play Cloak and Dagger, but I don't play her that much. You don't play Penny? I don't play her as much, but I have a friend that's just really good at Penny. I hate this season. I just ever since okay, if you're coming at to Mobile Rivals for the first time ever as like a team-based shooter, you're gonna hate everything that have with the balancing. But if you come for Overwatch like me, everything they do is a fucking godsend. You're literally like, oh my god, like this is way better than Overwatch. I can play this game all day. I can do it. My friends are like, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I hate this. These devs are not fucking worse. I'm like, you wait till you see Overwatch. This is not the worst. Coming from Overwatch and seeing everything, man, this is way more better. Like 10 times more better. Y'all don't know. Y'all are, once you guys play Overwatch the way it was back then versus now, y'all would be so appreciative. Have you tried Wolverine? I hate playing against. Oh, I play Groot too. I hate Wolverines. Every time I play Groot, I ban Wolverine every time. They were describing Groot the Hedgehog. Thank you. Or Flyers. Yeah, the Flyers are really annoying. But like, if you have like a Neymar or like a Neymar or like a Punisher, you should be fine. Or Hella. Because that's why I avoid getting into new ones. I've been playing Zenless Zero too. I've been playing a lot of games. I'm a big gamer person. I have a really bad gaming addiction. Like, it's really bad. I'll admit it. Like, I could play games all the time. Like, I really don't care. It's just like, yep, I'm playing this game. Yep, I'm playing this game. Yep. Yep. You've enjoyed Overwatch 2 more than Rivals. I actually can't enjoy Overwatch. Ever since, like, the whole lawsuit thing for Blizzard. Oh my god, excuse me. For Blizzard, I literally can't play Overwatch anymore. Like, every time someone says, hey, you want to play Overwatch or play Overwatch 2? I think of that when someone says, this game is like Left 4 Dead 2. I'm like, I'm going to play Marvel Rivals. Like, I'm just going to play that. This game is like Overwatch. I'm going to play Marvel Rivals. You know, I'm going to play that. That's literally what it is. Better bad system than Rivals. Okay, what I want Rivals to do is the same thing they do for tournaments. Where, because they have a good system in tournaments, but they don't do it for the comp team, which I don't know why. Because the way tournament is that one team bans first, then the other team bans. One team protect, the other team protect. One team ban, one team protect, one team protect. What they should do is that this first team they ban first, the second team they ban second, the third team they ban third, the fourth team they ban fourth. I think that's what they should do, so that they could like actually strategize and actually do stuff better. How many hours do you have Elden Ring in both of them? Let me check. I have a decent amount. Given the first reason to pick up stream, just make sure I have a complimentary source of income in case that fails. Oh yeah, that's why I'm getting a whole degree. Like, that's why I like, if I'm gonna have a degree in something, it's gonna be definitely within like helping out like queer individuals. That's definitely like my big thing. Okay, so for Night Raid I have 40.2 hours, which I'm definitely trying to want to reach 50 on 100% in this game. And then on Elden Ring I have 30.4 hours. But my brother has a fucking insane amount of hours. He has he told me last night he had like probably over 500 hours on that game, just on Elden Ring alone, which I'm like, Jesus Christ, like that's insane. Like, it's insane. But yeah, I do think I could stream like games pretty well, because I don't want to stream games as me playing games like la la la, I'm playing this game, la la la. I actually want to have content in that game than just me just what's it called, just gaming, if that makes sense. Because I don't want people to just see me watching a game. That's boring. Nobody wants to see that. If you're gonna do that, might as well hang with your friends, you know. But then for like what I want to do, I want people to watch my content, like something that's engaging and fun to watch, than just what's it called, than just gaming. Because if the thing is just me just playing games and you're just watching me play a game, I'm not switching the stream. I'm not just do that on my own time, you know. But I actually want to have entertainment behind it, which is why I want to collaborate with people. But it's really hard to do that for content, because for my niche, because a lot of content is sexualized, and B, I don't want to have merged with my 13 plus audience for someone that might be an 18 plus minors do not interact audience. That's the dilemma I have to deal with for content. So that's why I do a lot of stuff solo and on my own. What do you mean? Okay, so like for like content, okay, the best way to do it is if your friend streams a game, watch how they play versus someone at that same category of the game stream at the top streamer. You're going to see a big difference between the two. One of them is having like an engaging content that's going to like do something like, hey, like talking to the audience, they're talking about something. There's always something going on every like 30 seconds or 2 minutes. While your friend's probably not doing that much. They're just playing the game. You know, it's okay if you want to like just stream for fun, you know, but if you want to try to make it as a career, you have to keep it engaging, you know. You have to like provide entertainment. If you watch it and you're like, I'm bored, nobody else is gonna find it entertaining. Because that's what I do for my streams. Like for this stream, they're saying as a coming out thing. I know this is not gonna be entertaining. This is me talking to my audience about what's happening. But if I want to make an engaging stream, I want it to be something I want to watch and I want to engage in, and I'm happy doing it. Which I know what I want and I know how to do it. I just need to do it better. You know, I need to be consistent with it. Chat interaction is great. Oh yeah, chat interaction is really great. Another thing too I want to do is, what's it called? Forgot, man. Oh yeah. So like another thing too is that I've been really burnt out making assembly guides and content. So I think about having an editor to edit content for me for those guides. That's very similar to what I'm doing. But then also I make my own content for what I want to do. So if y'all know an editor, or if y'all like to, if y'all know an editor or y'all are an editor, message me on Discord. Go in the description to join my Discord. Message me, say like, hey, I'm an editor, this is what I can do, send me your portfolio, whatever you've done, and then see if you can replicate my video style, then that'll be good. You know, and you can message me your rates too. Not gonna lie, I like your ramble videos. I never watch when you play a game, and it's just a personal preference. That's understandable. Maybe that's just the kind of thing that people like. Maybe I should do a podcast. That's my life, by the way. But yeah, that's what's been going on with that. That's my plans with that. I'm gonna keep this VOD public so people that want to see what's happening, they'll understand. I might edit this video, I might not, I don't know. It's gonna be an hour-long stream probably, and it's gonna be really awkward. I would kill for a podcast. I don't know what to talk about. Maybe me and my brother could do a podcast. I know me and my brother, we do well together. I kind of see us as twins, even though like we're not twins at all, but we have a very similar twin, like what's it called, excuse me, like a twin dynamic. So like I feel like it would be good with content, with streaming, or like a podcast thing. We could, I don't know what we'll talk about. We'll talk about something. But y'all, I don't know what to talk for podcast. What do podcast people do? They have like a topic to talk about, like politics? Like what did they do? What did they do? Try Undertale. I don't think I could play Undertale. Okay, so here's the funny thing. I've never played Undertale, but I know every ending to Undertale because I've watched so many JACXB videos about it. But I don't know anything about Deltarune, so I can play Deltarune, but I don't know about Deltarune at all. I never played a single Deltarune, never watched a single Deltarune gameplay. What else? But I don't know if I can stream it. I feel like there's a lot of like talking in it that I feel like I won't be entertaining enough to do it, if that makes sense. Discussing whatever comes to your mind. Oh yeah, I should talk about no politics. Fuck you, stream elements. Fuck you. No, okay. Talk about anything I see. Okay, so I can figure something out. Anyways, chat. I'm gonna end the stream about like 5 minutes ish because I have I have a family member coming by. We're gonna play like Mario Kart, so you know. Usually you pick up a balance because people trade their own expertise on a topic. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I could try to figure something out. I need to figure out like what there's a lot of things that come with the content. I need to figure out my target audience, what they like, what they want to hear about, what is entertaining, what's epic. Chess stream win? Never. I'm so bad at chess. I would actually, you know what I would be like? I would literally be the what's it called? The Moist Critical versus XQC bit, where they whoa, why do I need to do that? Where XQC fucked up really bad after 4 moves and he lost the whole entire tournament. That's something I would be. I would be in XQC position. Without checkers, I'll probably be bad at that. You transition? Not yet. I'm going to soon. Earlier in the stream I talked about it. I wish I could keep that as a VOD up for people that want to see. But streaming researching the topics win. But yeah, I'm planning on transitioning soon. I'm planning on taking HRT eventually. I just need to switch medical insurance. It's gonna probably happen this month or maybe latest not January. Fuck, July. July. I'm gonna take Relaxifine so that I could also like I want the non-binary look, or the NB look, because I like the idea of I want to look as feminine as possible, you know. Insurance scam. Literally, it's crazy that we have a whole medical insurance thing in America, and you have to have that, or else you just die. You know, it's just kind of crazy. Your people are like, what's that? You know what's crazy? If you're in Europe, you don't get medical ads. It's not crazy. In America, you get ads being like, do you feel sick in your stomach? Do you feel like you're dying of cancer? Well, have this medication called Fortnite. It's talk to your doctor about this medication. It should be really good for you. And I'm like, why the fuck are you talking to me about, like, you're an ad telling me what medication I should take and talk to my doctor about. The advertisement on my TV is telling me what I should tell my doctor for what medication I want. The fuck? Like, so you tell someone in Europe, like, oh yeah, I got this ad for like a medication. They're like, fuck? Like you have ads for meds? Fuck. like it's so stupid. Another thing too, I hate this thing so much. The fucking Adam's apple. This shit is so annoying when I'm really skinny, because some days I just kind of like I know some months where I just don't like eat that much and I get really skinny, and like this thing pops out so much I can feel it in my throat and it's so annoying, and I want it like to be like gone. Like I really want, there are ads, yes, there's ads for medication. It's actually insane, because I really want like surgery to like to lower that. I forgot to read my message, but your femboy tips really saved my life in a lot of aspects, so thanks. Yeah, like I say, he's thinking, no problem, man, no problem. I don't expect my guides to be that much life-changing to people, which is actually really weird to say, or like really weird to think about. I don't get ads. Well, yeah, that's just kind of like a Europe thing. Don't hack your... I'm not gonna hack my body. I've been thinking about this Adam's apple thing since like I was like, I don't know how long. It's been a while, but I've been thinking about this. Even if I'm like not gender fluid or not, I really want this shaved. The Adam's apple thing, I want it shaved. Like I know there's surgery for that, which I definitely want to look into in the future. I want to say this for now, is that I'm only doing this because I could literally feel this poking at my throat so often. It's really annoying. Like really, really, really annoying. We just start transitioning. So okay, so okay, so what I'm gonna do, okay, I'm gonna explain this right now. Okay, so I'm gonna end the stream like in like a minute, but if you want to see why, you can look back in the VOD, and I'll talk about everything that happened. But please, I'll donate $100 to your next stream if you make a podcast about researching Dawn's trope. Okay, I do want to say this right now. Okay, so to the everything, I'm transitioning because there's a lot of things, but if you want to see why in great detail, you can go back in my VODs. If you can leave a comment about any questions or concerns, I could talk about that. My next streams, I want to do the fundraiser things that I've been wanting to talk about. I'll have a sometime this week I have a schedule on when I'm going to be streaming. And then if you want to donate to the fundraiser for 100% of the money to go to, you donate through the link in the description saying like tip, like stream element tip. And then the 100% of the money will go to the donation because I get 100% of that cut. For YouTube, it's 50-50 split because I want to promote people donate 100% in the description. Oh, okay, I haven't received channel, so I don't really know. No worries, okay. I expect people not to understand, or like it's gonna be a while. How do I say this? And people are gonna stop by and I'd be questioning like, oh, what's happening, you know? But at the beginning of the stream, I talk about everything, which I'm gonna end like right about right now, so you can look back, see what's going on. If you have any questions, you can comment about what's happening or any concerns. Jesus, I need to think before I speak. Anyway, chat, I'll see y'all later on the next stream. I'll have a bunch of things to do. I need to make a schedule. I also want to do is have like a little VTuber on. I want one so bad because I don't like showing my face all the time. That's a big thing too. That's why I think I want to show my face for this, because if I don't do the fundraiser thing, if you recognize this face in public and you know I haven't done the fundraiser thing, you can look at me and go, you make me sick. I know what you did. And you punch me in the face, but you can't do that because it's illegal. But anyways, you recognize this face in public and you know I didn't do the fundraiser, you can hold me accountable, you know? You know, so that's why I have my face showing, which why I don't show my face, because I don't really like the way I look without hormones. So anyway, chat, I'll see you later. Bye chat, till next time. Bye chat. I should probably do more face cam streams anyways, because I think this is not as bad as I thought. I just put on makeup and like eyeliner stuff. It's not that bad, I think, you know. No chat. Bye y'all. Bye chat. How do I end the stream? www